So far, there have been multiple ferries, wet rides, and after days of this, I was finally rewarded with gorgeous weather when I arrived at the start of the Trans-Euro Trail. Sweden's gravel tracks and forests have already captivated me from the first day, and the camping spots are staggeringly beautiful. Let's see what day 2 brings.
Good morning, lovely people. Well, this morning was supposed to be blue skies and sunshine. I haven't looked outside the tent yet, but I'm guessing blue skies and sunshine is not what I'm going to find.
Okay, could be worse, but it's wet. Time for a coffee. I almost left everything out last night because there was supposedly no chance of rain. I'm pretty glad it didn't. So I think the plan this morning is get a brew on, then get out of here before the rain starts coming down, which I think is about 10 o'clock or something. Like, coming down properly. But I mean, hang on, have a look. It's hard to be miserable about the weather when you wake up to this. So the time now is 7:30. I had a really good night's sleep, so peaceful. So I'm going to have a coffee, chill for a moment, and then pack up and start heading north again. While I finished my coffee on the banks of the river, another scroll through the weather apps showed torrential rain coming through this afternoon and this evening. I decided the best plan was an early finish and try and find a campsite with facilities to wait the front out. Well, that didn't take long. We're just about to rejoin Blue Arrow's us, and the blue track is the TET, so we're just about to rejoin it. When I was riding down that road, I had a genuinely, really involuntary grin on my face because I was thinking about that camping spot. Oh, I hope I find some more like that, I really do. A shockingly short time later, the skies began to darken and you could see the thunderstorms building on the horizon, so I dived off the tracks looking for a place to stay. This incredibly kind lady let me pitch the tent under a sort of a covered seating area. The kindness of strangers strikes again. So I'm going to wait out the storms here for the evening. Brilliant idea, putting the tent under this cover. Genius. But when these thunderstorms come through, the wind just drives the rain in anyway, so not a bad solution, but limited.
Good morning, lovely people. Well, the storm's passed through during the night, and it's a beautiful morning. I can't wait to get on the tracks.
Just left the campsite, and here's your morning weather report. It is early teens, maybe 12, 13 degrees, and rising to about 10, 20 degrees, so just perfect weather for riding the trails. Sunshine all morning, clouding over in the afternoon, but no rain. The one thing I noticed quite quickly was how beautiful and well kept the country was. You'd be on a track through the woods, and out of nowhere would be a beautifully manicured house with stunning gardens. Suddenly there'd be beautiful architecture, or an immaculate property would appear. It really was beautiful to ride through. It's amazing to me Sweden has national parks. It feels like the whole country's a national park. Oh, this is so cool. This is, if anybody's watched this series before, the Portuguese ACT with Steph and I, this is so reminiscent of that, with wide sort of gravel access tracks heading up to wind farms. I had a real sense of deja vu there. Oh yeah, they're all over this place. Not much wind today. It was nice to see those wind turbines. I think I might be a bit weird, but I do find them strangely pretty. And the weather today. Okay, there's a few clouds appearing, but oh, it makes such a difference. This is awesome. Loving these tracks, loving Sweden, loving this weather. I bet when it's hot, which by the way it isn't now, I bet these trees, I bet these tracks, they just must be really nice. There's so much shelter. You're constantly in and out of woodlands. Okay, they're cute, tiny little railway lines. It was a very strange looking railway line, very narrow gauge, and it's a bit tricky to see, but its condition could best be described as rustic, so I'm assuming it wasn't used, although it would have been a beautifully scenic route, and from one unexpected site straight into another one. No way! Hairy coos! Hairy coos and baby hairy coos! Hello, sweetie. Oh my god, you are cute. Unfortunately, there's nothing to give them scale in the foreground, but they were tiny, which made them especially cute. Oh my god, why are hairy coos so cute? Oh, this day's getting better. So I very quickly jumped off the track. It's a petrol station here, only about a mile away. So I'm going to pop in there, grab a bit of fuel, then get back on the track. People ask us about our nav setup. I think we did a video called CRF300 Adventure Setup or something. Anyway, it's on the channel and that gives you all of the details. But one of the things I thought I'd mention was the ability to have split screen. So you can split the screen and you can have the track whatever it is, Trans-Europe Trail, ACT, whatever file you're using, on one side, and Google Maps with all the petrol stations on the other, because I need some petrol, but I don't really want to waste time getting it, so I'll just wait until my blue dot gets near a petrol station, dive off the trail and go get some. Just thought I'd mention it. It's really handy. I think I spy the opportunity for a coffee or something. Steph, I know you're going to be watching this. Mini golf. I'm so mean, I never let her play because I find it so dull. But she does love a mini golf. By this stage, it had also become a bit of an all-you-can-eat buffet for insects. Bet you can't notice the bites, though. Yeah, just stopped for coffee when I saw somewhere and bumped into these guys.
Hey everybody.
I will go and look at the bikes in a minute, but apparently one of them has 900 miles?
Yeah, 500 miles.
500 miles.
Factory
500
new.
miles factory new. And it's the first off-road trip. Have a great ride, guys. Bye. The great thing about riding the Trans-Europe Trail is sometimes you bump into people again further down the line. We've just left the little coffee place where I bumped into the two really nice German guys, and we're having a chat. I got to relate this story to you because wow. So basically he was saying, the chap with the Ducati, they're both new, it's the first time they've been off-road pretty much, so they're doing the Swedish TET and they're absolutely loving it. Great choice of TET for first time. And he had just recently dropped his Ducati and there was some damage to the plastics and a few of the bits. But he was saying he's terrified of dropping it now because the bill for the plastics and the other bits, wait for it, €8,000. Is it just me or is that bonkers? No sooner was I back on the TET and I realised today was obviously the day for meeting other TET riders, because I bumped into this chap. It was another German chap who now lives in Sweden, so I was getting all of the local knowledge and information from him. Really nice setup. I'm a little jealous of the power. It's not a bad place to stop.
No.
Wow. As fun as it always is to chat to other riders, time was passing and I'd better get on my travels again. My legendary navigation skills are another good time waster. Oops, having too much fun. That is me off the TET yet again. I think it's down there. Okay. No wonder I missed it. It was a little bit hard to see. Oh, we do like this track. Am I gonna eat my words? That's fine.
Hey everybody.
Because I'd been spending a bit of time filming the tracks, look who was following along behind me. It was awesome to see the boys again. It's so funny to come across the German guys again. I'll catch up with them and say hi. they've picked a good fun track here. It's awesome. There they are. Now the reason for the pretty horrible heavy breathing is that this track, you can't really tell, but it had just been graded, so it was really loose. It was brilliant fun, but I was moving around quite a lot, and who knew I sounded quite this unfit when riding a bike. I'd taken the TET from the most southerly point, and I just arrived at the junction that joins both of the initial sections. And this is where they join. Oh, nice. It took less than 500 metres from the join before I ran into the first very minor problem. I hope that doesn't say private road, but I bet it does. That is where the TET goes, though. Yeah, I reckon that's a private road. Wonder if I can get up it that way. So my understanding in Sweden is that some of these gravel roads are paid for by individuals, so they pay for the gravel, they pay for everything. And it seems a bit unfair to have thousands of people trashing it when they're paying for it. Let's see if I can get round this way. A quick look at the map showed another track that took me round the private road, so it was no biggie. I used that instead. And when I got back on the TET, I went past a clearing that had some very muddy TET riders in it. More TET bikers that we've met. They've told me there's they've told me there's a lot of mud up here, so we'll go and find it. Good luck. Thank you very much. Take care. Now also in the clearing were the two German lads that we'd been encountering every so often. And they'd been listening to the tales of the muddy section, and they decided that they were going to head up and have a little walk at the section, and were probably going to take a bypass around it. And frankly, with his €8,000 repair bill still in his head, I absolutely don't blame them. So the couple I'd been chatting to were saying that they'd had a pretty tough time through this section, and to be fair, they were on pretty heavy bikes and very street-orientated tyres, perfect for the gorgeous gravel tracks that I'd encountered so far, but maybe less than ideal for the slippery conditions they were describing. I mean, there is a bit of mud, I'll not lie. I mean, yeah, quite slippy. Jeez. At this stage, the mud wasn't thick at all, but it was slippy. And there were lots of pesky, very slick tree roots all over the track. It would be super easy to drop it on this. And like the cautious, slow, ambling old man I am, I bimbled my way down the slippy slick tracks. It was actually a lot of fun. Wow. Well, that went from wide open, fast flowing tracks to in the clog quite quickly. Clog is a new word I've invented, I think. It is slippy as. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. That was fun, but I'm not sorry to see the back of it. Okay, I think normal service is now resumed. Yeah. Shouldn't say that, You know what happens when I say that? And in fact, I can see it ahead already. Oh, phew. That's okay. A little dab. It is slippy, surprisingly slippy. That was brilliant fun, and after my staggering display of incompetence, I was back on my beloved gravel tracks. Since the two TET tracks merged, the tracks have been a lot more interesting. And not that the other tracks were bad, but maybe that way. But they're quite samey in some ways, and I mean it's almost like driving on roads, some of them, which is lovely. But these are definitely a bit more interesting. It's a lot of fun. Again, stupid grin on my face. Wow, what? Good grief. At this stage, it just seemed like around every corner there was something stunning to look at. And I gotta say, you Swedes are a hardy bunch, because I've seen a couple of people getting into the lake, or they look as though they're going to get into the lake, and it is not warm. Although it's amazing how quickly you turn native. So there's a place I saw on the map for as a wild camping spot. I can't get as lucky as I did on the first night, but it did look pretty good, so I'm just searching for that now. I think I've found it. Oh yes, there's a little shelter. How cool is this? And there is a river. Oh my god. This is too cool. Wow. Oh, look at the frickin' flies. Just had to come and show you this. Without those pesky mozzies, look how amazing the spot is. Good, huh? I have no idea if they come out on video, but if they don't, you'll just have to take my word for it that the mozzies and flies here are horrific. I mean bad. So, change of plan. This isn't going to work. This is going to be miserable. The place is beautiful. It's right by a river where I was going to wash and all the rest of it. And stunning. But man, this is not going to work. This would be utterly miserable. Goodbye, lovely wild camping spot. Parking for glamping. Ooh. Hoity-toity. I'm starting to think that the Swedes are the nicest people on earth. I'd seen a sign saying glamping and I went to the farmhouse, but he told me that storms had blown his teepees down last year. But he then offered anywhere on his farm to throw my tent up. And he said I was welcome to use the shower in the house, and all of this was for free. Again, the kindness of strangers is incredible. Unfortunately, his farm was still in the forest, and the insects were as bad here as they were at the river, so I pressed on. I'd been going through camera batteries at quite a rate, and it was here, during my search for a place to camp, that the final, sole remaining battery died a valiant death. See you tomorrow from wherever I ended up.